Try to find a view that's a different shade of hue, but my heart is always blue, yeah. Give you everything, but you let me down. Miss your instinct. Now the moment's over. Coming to my senses. Wish that I would cut it out. Loving you is tempting. Lost in the escape right now.
Well, what a day we've had here in Les Sables alone. We've had 4 Imolcos finishing in quick succession. Damien Sagan coming in straight into the channel this morning and docked, and then straight after that we had Benjamin Ferré being chased into the finish line by Tanguy Le Turquais, who overtook Alan Roura in the final 3 or 4 miles to the finish line. So a little bit of disappointment for Alan Roura in the end, but beautiful, beautiful day. And now is the time for Benjamin Ferré, the race rookie. First time in the Vendée Globe, as indeed it was for Tanguy Le Turquais. But Benjamin Ferré then first non-foiling boat crossing the finish line this morning, right on the bow of his boat, a very, very well-known and successful daggerboard boat. Won the 2012 race as a Massif, and most recently went round in 12th place last time round in the hands of Clarice Kramer, widely recognised as the fastest of the non-foiling boats. And of course, coming to Benjamin Ferré, well prepared by the Bank Populaire team, who ran the boat for Clarice. Anyway, a perfect late afternoon. It is just after 5:15 local time here on the west coast of France. You would be forgiven but for thinking it is the Mediterranean and not the Atlantic coast. But I can promise you a very pleasant evening with these three IMOCA skippers and their teams enjoying a welcome return back into the channel. And for Alan Roura, it will be his third successive return back into the channel. For me, still such a huge accomplishment to be only 31 and to have completed two Vendée Globes. Sorry, to have completed 3 Vendée Globes on different boats by the age of 31. Twice he was the youngest skipper, and indeed he was the youngest skipper ever to race in the Vendée Globe, and in fact he's still the youngest skipper ever to finish the Vendée Globe until next weekend when we're expecting Violette de Rongen, and she is younger than Alan was by a few months. In a way, Benjamin Ferré is a latecomer, a relative newcomer to offshore racing. Only 6 years since he started out actually ocean racing, as it were. 2019 Mini Transat, which he took on as an adventurer, as a next challenge in the range of different things he had taken on in his life. Also a bit of an Arctic explorer. But just taking his time to go in as well he might. There is a reasonably fixed schedule, but these things can slip. It's coming in on the early part of the flood tide. No pressure in terms of weather anyway. So to say, 2 rookies, one after the other. 34-year-old Benjamin Ferré. Sailed a great race, really sailed fast and smart, as really belying his lack of experience in the south, for example. He really took everything on. And enjoyed going fast, enjoyed the challenges off the south. He had a few problems as well, though. He had rudder problems. He had a hydraulic keel ram cylinder, 2 broken halyard locks. He's known for the pépine, which is French slang for problems, I believe. And he always considered to have many little problems that he deals with. And as befits an adventurer, he really enjoyed the feeling of sailing around the planet, passing different countries and different landmarks and landmasses. So he will now enjoy his first return into the Les Sables d'Olonne channel. So he has been back in the channel before, but in very different circumstances, having coming back from the Vendée Arctic in 2022 when he actually finished in 4th place on that race, which was, the race was of course shortened off the coast of Iceland, and the fleet all sailed back in kind of delivery mode, and then came back into Les Sables d'Olonne in the summer months in succession in finishing order. He was very much mentored and encouraged by Jean Le Cam, who of course is in the end he's beaten by some probably around about 24 hours in the end. Certainly picked up the weather strategy side of racing quite well. Had a mix of good choices in terms of not getting himself into massive storms, but did have a full Southern Ocean experience. And for those of you who followed the race, you know that we had some fun with Benjamin, who speaks perfect English, great sense of humour. He started this theme of nicknaming the various different skippers after jungle animals. But blessed with a beautiful evening. Not seen that many evenings like this. I think this is actually probably a fairly unique evening in terms of the Vendée Globe history, to have 3 Amokas coming in, one after the other, 25 minutes separating them. He did set out aiming just to finish the race, just to get all the way around the Vendée Globe course. And I'm sure that Jean Le Cam will take a certain pride in having encouraged this young man. He's only 34 years old. He'll take a certain pride in having put him on the path to the Vendée Globe. And I know that they spoke regularly over the course of the race, and indeed when Benjamin had his big technical problems in the early part of the race, he was supported by Jean. And he will have had some fun, I reckon, this afternoon, this morning with Tanguy Le Turquais. Rivals all the way around the course. And he's also a bit of an entrepreneur, is Benjamin Ferré. Started up a few different companies. And among other things, he's sailed across the Atlantic with a sextant. He's done one round the world solo already, and he crossed Morocco in a Renault 4-litre. And he set up a company for adventure travel in 2017. And his organisation, his company, was did different sporting exploration adventures. So say it was only 2017 when he really got into sailing for the first time, and then did the mini transat. It really goes into things at 100%. So really, he first had the conversation with Jean Le Cam after the mini transat what he should do next, and Jean encouraged him to do the Vendée Globe. And he set out to do this this edition of the race in 2024. So I'm sure we haven't seen the last of Benjamin Ferré. I'm sure he will go on to compete at a higher level in the IMOCA. So overwhelmed, I think, by the emotions. Such a mix of emotions for him. 1 minute laughing and smiling, and the next minute just a few tears. It's been such a voyage of self-discovery for him as much as anything, and certainly over the last few days he was just telling us how incredibly tired he was. Not just the fatigue of over 80 days of racing, a fatigue that only Vendée Globe skippers really know. But the pressure all the time from Tanguy Le Turquais, who has just sailed an incredible race himself. Both of them really two of the outstanding skippers on this Vendée Globe, without a doubt, albeit sailing the non-foiling boats. They have pushed each other so hard, so consistently. Probably on balance, the boat of Benjamin Ferré a little bit quicker, a little bit more optimised, and it has been since the very, very beginning, passing from successive top-tier teams, from Massif to SMA. It's the boat that Paul Mea sailed in the 2016 race. And the boat which won the 2022 Route de Rhum. British fans will say by default, because Alex Thompson had led the whole way in, and then of course fell asleep and hit Guadeloupe and lost out to Paul Mea on this boat. A huge respect, of course, to all these people who turn out and have come out to see all these finishes, giving up their time of an evening. And we know that a lot of visitors have come down to spend a few days, knowing that there will be several teams coming in, several Amocas coming in. In fact, through the whole weekend and over the next 2 or 3 days. You come down here and probably see 10 finishes or 10 Amocas coming in over 3 or 4 days. And if you have the time and the opportunities, why not? So really considering it's only 10 years ago since they went across the Atlantic for the first time with only primitive navigation instruments with a sextant. Then got into the Mini in 2019, did a full season in the Mini, culminating in the 2019 Mini Transat. I just love it. You love the fact that they all these thousands of people come out. Just to wish the skippers well, to thank them for their races. So many of them will have followed the race every day. A lot of them will have their own personal favourites. They'll be fans, but equally a lot of them are just race fans who appreciate what they've done in terms of the overall achievement, but also the small details of the problems they've overcome. The boats will come in order. Tanguy Le Turquais not far behind, as indeed he's been pretty much all the way around the Vendée Globe course. Tanguy probably had more than his fair share of technical problems, so it made this big comeback. So very definite Benjamin Ferré fans. Hard to believe it's early February here, but you couldn't wish for a better evening, better conditions. We'll be expecting boats coming in until tomorrow, then a little bit of a gap for probably 2-3 days. Girek Sude, another of the race's great adventurers, taking on the Vendée Globe for his first time. Had a few more technical problems. Did Girek. And in the end didn't do quite as well in the south. A big storm in the south at Girek. This, as I say, is very definitely the most competitive, or has been consistently the most competitive non-foiling boat. Not sure what Benjamin Ferré's plans are for the future, but it'll still be a highly sought after boat for a solo skipper looking to do the race in a modest, more modest budget and enjoy very close racing. I'm quite sure that 2028 will still see a strong posse of daggerboard boats. He's had a lot of help along the way, not just from Jean Le Cam, but also from Gildas Mahe and the team at the Paul Finisterre. He's really worked hard with the team there, learning, absorbing as much as he can as quickly as possible. He has been really appreciated. He's brought a new audience to the Vendée Globe, I think. Sense of fun, sense of adventure. Not quite sure what he's going to do now, but you do worry a little bit. But coming in now to the Portelona Marina, where he left 84 days, or in fact 85 days ago now, on the 10th of November, not quite knowing what he was taking on. Had a vague notion, I'm sure. He'd spoken to so many skippers who'd given him so much advice, but really going into the unknown and now returning with so many different individual experiences. having got through the problems and brought his boat back in good shape. Sun just starting to drop on the horizon. This beautiful golden hour coming into Portolona to the red carpet that awaits Benjamin Ferré. Who really showed quite a lot of promise in his preliminary races. Particularly up against some very competitive boats in the posse of non-foiling boats. Quite a few skippers out there with a lot more experience than Benjamin Ferré, but not quite the level of performance from this boat in particular. So coming into the pontoon now, and we'll hear what Benjamin Ferré has to say in a few minutes. But for sure, you'd be hard pressed to believe it was February. Indeed, passing Group Apicil, who came in this morning. So Benjamin Ferry's theme tune coming back to the dock is Say It Ain't So Joe from Murray Head, which was his departure music as far as I remember. And Benjamin Ferré takes a bow then. What a lovely moment for him then, coming back to the dock in such a perfect Monday evening. Hardly a breath of water, hardly a breath of air on the waters of Portalona, which have seen so many Vendée Globe skippers finishing over the history. You can see the faces of successive winners there on the wall of the boatyard behind. 8 of them there. Of course, Michel Dejoya being the only skipper to have won twice. And the face of Charlie Dallin will be up there, I'm sure, in 4 years' time. Champagne for Benjamin Ferré then. I believe there's a little bit of a surprise for Benjamin Ferré waiting for him, but let's wait and see how that unfolds. However, now's the time to celebrate with his team, with his family and friends, with his sponsors who have supported him in his program, and he has delivered beautifully in his way of sharing his communication through the whole race has been fabulous. So he has a lovely sense of humour, full of energy, full of passion. Pretty sure that is Pierre Leroy, who's a co-skipper who we had as a guest on the Vendée Live, who wants to go forward and do the 2028 race.
Ah, il en faut une autre.
Benjamin, quelques questions là, comme ça, qu'est-ce qui traverse? Scénario idéal, scénario génial.
J'ai trop de chance. Je sais pas si la chance dure comme ça toute la vie, mais tant qu'elle est là.
I don't know if it lasts it's going to last all my life, but
Qu'est-ce que tu veux dire de plus
I got to enjoy it. I don't have much more to say. It's magical. It's only magical.
Ouais, c'est un scénario.
It's a crazy scenario.
J'aurais pas pu écrire un meilleur
I
scénario. que
could
celui-là,
have
quoi.
written a better one than this one.
T'as vu ce coucher de soleil?
There is a sunset.
Ouais, bah, les premiers mots, ils vont évidemment à Tanguy, quoi.
My first words go to Tanguy.
C'est ma plus belle découverte du Vendée Globe, c'est Tanguy Le Turquais, quoi.
Tanguy Le Turquais is my the best discovery I've ever
Il y en a eu, quoi,
made.
des mano à mano dans les Vendée Globe.
A lot. We were sailing side by side a lot. but
on
with
passait un peu
on
plus
the dagger
inaperçu
board
parce qu'on
boats,
était derrière, mais
we were
par
behind,
contre, c'était
but it was really
extraordinaire. Il a
intense.
rien,
It
rien,
was
rien, rien lâché.
incredible. He never
Et depuis
gave
le
up,
Cap Horn,
didn't give up
on n'a pas été à
anything
plus de 20 000
since
d'écart.
Cape
À chaque fois,
Horn.
je pensais creuser l'écart, il
Within
était encore là.
20
Quoi. J'avais
miles,
mon petit kangourou. Quoi.
there
On
were
faisait
20
les sauts
miles.
et il était tout le temps derrière moi. Quoi.
It was like a little kangaroo hopping behind me. He was always behind me.
Jusqu'à ce matin, j'ai cru que j'allais faire un arrêt
Until
cardiaque.
this
Il était
morning, I
rentré
thought I
dans
was
ma
going to
tête.
have a heart attack because he was
Cette
in my
nuit, il
head.
était juste derrière moi.
Last night, he was
Pas un
just behind
décalage.
me.
À la VHF, il me dit
And then
bon,
he's off a
je me remets en
little.
V, je pars vers la ligne d'arrivée. À
And
pied.
now I'm like going to the,
Et ça m'a fait gamber un
I'm
V
sailing
et
towards the
il y a 16
finish
minutes
line.
d'écart
And I was like,
sur un tour
it
du
was in
monde.
my head. I was thinking, I was
C'est
like,
extraordinaire. C'est extraordinaire.
on this
Une
tour
régate.
around the world is
Et
completely
quand
crazy.
moi
It's
qui
like
aime l'aventure, quand la compétition s'invite à la table de l'aventure, c'est le
when
Graal. Quoi.
competition is mixed with adventure, is
Ouais.
incredible. It's great.
Je sais pas ce que j'étais venu chercher.
I
Moi,
don't
j'ai trouvé
know what I was looking for,
bien au-delà.
but I was beyond what
Mais
I was looking
l'aventure, c'est le Vendée Globe.
for.
L'aventure,
Vendée
c'est
Globe is
l'aventure. Et le Vendée Globe, c'est le Vendée Globe.
adventure is adventure, and the Vendée Globe is the Vendée Globe. That's all I have to say.
Ouais, merci à vous.
Thank you very much.
Maintenant, c'est grosse fiesta. Quoi. On va toucher terre.
So Benjamin Ferré lands back to earth with one big jump. Back on earth, back on land.
Je suis là. Je suis rentré à la maison. J'ai fait le tour du monde.
He said, I'm home, I've done my round the world.
Bien écrit, tout s'écrit.
I'm guessing that's his dad. And a proud dad at that, I guess. And all his family. A few tears.
Tu m'avais promis, tu l'as fait. Ouais, tu l'as fait, vous l'avez fait.
Just saying that he promised he would come back and he has.
Ils vont regarder tous les matins.
Mon filleul, alors. Moi, je veux voir mon filleul.
It's a really touching moment as Benjamin Ferré meets with his family. First hugs, first communication in person. And now Tanguy Le Turquais, who's in no way overshadowed by Benjamin Ferré. Really, first among equals, I would say. In the end, Tanguy got so close and pushed him so hard. And in essence, a Vendée Globe, which owes its genesis to 4 years ago when he was in the channel welcoming back Clarice, his life partner, and he was encouraged to do the race himself, and here he is, having finished it. Not only just finished it, but finished it with massive credit. He is a very, very fierce and talented competitor. Who again loves sharing the ups and downs of his race, a great communicator. And massive credit to him. He had the dream 4 years ago. He's been Clarice's partner, and I'm sure he realised that if she could do it, then so could he in terms of ability. And that's where it started for him. who's a very accomplished mini sailor as well in his own right, and raced the Figaro. And then picked up this boat, which I say was the previous Group Apicil. Again, a very well proven and successful boat. Previously finished as the top monohull boat across the finish line in the last race. The boat started out as Mark Fjersland's DCNS. And Lazare is a project to help younger people who are who have been in trouble get back on the path, giving them the chance to establish their own homes in partnership with the organisation. It's a solidarity project, social responsibility, and Tanguy really has shone a fantastic light on the project, giving it great visibility. And you can see the level of support and admiration he has from young people. Really been very, very inspirational. And the tears are not far away for him either, as you might imagine. It's all super overwhelming. It's not just the physical challenge of getting around the world, but getting to the end of yourself emotionally and mentally. And for sure, Tanguy was there at different times, mostly when he had big technical problems. He had the big lamination to do inside when he is the bulkhead or a bulkhead separated. Had to fix that. We can safely say that Tanguy and his supporters will be painting Les Sables d'Olonne pink tonight. He's done 2 mini transats as the Tanguy, finishing third in 2015. Sailed the Figaro in the early 2020, 2021. In fact, he was fourth in the French season championship. Finished second in the AG2R, the double-handed race across the Atlantic in 2021. And again, a skipper you can imagine going on to the next race at the next level. For sure, we'll be looking for a foiling boat for the next edition, for the next quadrennial. Having more than admirably proven himself this time round. We're looking forward to seeing Tanguy and Benjamin Ferré reunited on the dock, on the pontoon. And we're starting to think we may even see Isabel Josh get in this evening, perhaps. She's only got about 18 miles to go, although it's quite light, as you can no doubt imagine, out on the waters off Les Sables. The launch is about 17 miles out, which is only doing about 5 or 6 knots. So we're expecting, well, we were expecting Jean Le Cam around about 1 o'clock in the morning, potentially, but both Isabel and Jean Le Cam are really super slow. And indeed, Conrad Coleman has got about 60 miles to go, and he's only doing a couple of knots just now, but it's very, very light. And at the moment, the evening belongs to, or this part of the evening belongs to Tanguy Le Turquais. Again, this project based around the same social responsibility type project as others in the fleet, where they, like Sam Davis's initiative Kerr, where the sponsors support the social responsibility project, and in turn they support the Vendée Globe campaign. But Tanguy, you know, even a year ago was struggling to find the final parts of his budget. And his budget was for sure pushed hard with his need to repair his boat on the Transact Jacques Vabre. And these are the times when he looks back on that race in particular, and the return à la Basse. He too, just like Clarice, his life partner, was fighting to qualify the IMOCA Globe Series, and the whole qualification process to be on the start line is so much more daunting, so many more races than the miles required. And Tanguy, like others, put his life on the line, put his financial stability on the line, and is rewarded not just with a great finish, but a beautiful evening. You can just see the sun start to set over the north west side of Les Sables d'Olonne. And as we've reflected many times over successive finishes, the fervour, the passion for these arrivals, I think, is heightened even more because of the fact that 4 years ago we were on the back end of COVID, and people were not allowed to turn out in these big numbers. We still had a few people on the restricted numbers on the channel coming in, but nothing like this. And I think in part because of that, in part because this is such a big race this time round, but for sure the passion, the fervour is higher than ever. The next two skippers to finish then will be Isabelle Joschke and Jean Le Cam. Jean Le Cam will be coming in almost certainly in 20th place, which, considering his experience and having a new boat, is probably not what many people expected, but on balance, considering the way this race is played out, the level or the low level of attrition, and the really, really high level of performance from the foiling boats and the top foiling boats, in the end, not so much of a surprise. And John, like Conrad Coleman, really pushed some pretty brave options in terms of weather strategy at different times. Didn't always pay off, whereas Tanguy and Benjamin Ferré really ultimately sailed faster and harder, went a little bit further to the south. So Lazare then ghosting gently into the Portolona Marina. Which of course is filling up fairly quickly now. Just in terms of the next boats in, then is Isabelle Joschke will be in in a few hours, probably 5 or 6 hours from now, depending how much breeze there remains overnight. John Le Cam, as I said, has about 60 miles to go. Conrad, 73, is only 12 or 13 miles behind Sean Le Cam. So stranger things have happened. Maybe Conrad can pick up a place in the final miles. Giancarlo Pedotti, Italian skipper, has gone quite a bit further to the north, coming in from the north. He's about 100 miles behind Conrad. But the big finish, the big welcome is going to be that for Violette d'Orange, who is just over 1,500 miles to go. So probably 5 days from now, probably a Friday, Saturday for her. It's no secret when we say that hers is going to be one of the biggest finishes of this race. We know that for a fact. We know that preparations are underway to accommodate a huge finish for Violette, the youngest ever skipper in the Vendée Globe. And there's Clarisse and Mathilde, little 2-year-old, reunited with her dad. Mathilde completely oblivious to what's going on, I think. Just happy to have her mum and dad back reunited. A pretty special moment for them. Both finished their Vendée Globes. And both really achieved what they set out to do, Clarissa and Tanguy. Great to talk with Clarisse the other day in the live, just saying how all-consuming their life has been in recent years. No room for anything else but the Vendée Globe and their success, their respective IMOCA projects. But it just seems like every finish is getting bigger at the moment. Certainly the turnout for Tanguy is pretty huge and certainly vocal. And in a short while, in pretty much the same sequence, Tanguy will dock and give his first words. at the same time as Alan Roura will come into the channel.
Il faut me...
Certainly, I'm sure so many of Tanguy's friends and family and supporters from Lorient and that area of Brittany have come down to welcome him in and pass on their high levels of respect. With so much support when he went through that episode in the Transatlantic Vabra. And indeed, just I was saying, Tanguy coming into the pontoon, Alan Roura then coming in. I'm sure the disappointment of having lost a couple of boats coming into the finish line will have long since dissipated. For me, it dissipated the moment he was reunited with his two beautiful little children on the foredeck of Hublot. So Alan finishing 18th in the end, just losing a place, dropping one place behind where he finished in the last race. You have to look at his record over the 3 races. And as much as anything, you can see him as an inspiration to younger sailors coming into the Vendée Globe. What he's achieved on modest budgets, but with 100% passion and huge pride in being Swiss. Grew up on Lake Geneva, living on a motorboat with his family. Started sailing an Optimist. And he and his family sailed off in a 38 foot or 36 foot cruising boat, sailed to the Caribbean. He lived in Grenada, as did Sam Goodchild for a long period. And Alan grew up working in boatyards. That was his education as much as anything formal. And certainly in terms of this Vendée Globe, Alan's fortunes turned round when he has a Swiss backer who agreed to purchase this boat. Which of course was the last Hugo Boss. And Hublot coming on board as a main sponsor. Who covered his costs. So here comes Alan Roura then. And the sun is going down for him. Just ghosting into the channel. Hardly a breath of wind, which is great, as they say, for the channel entries. Not so good for the Imokas left out on the final miles of the Bay of Biscay. Only 15 miles between Conrad Coleman and Jean Le Cam. Both of whom you can be absolutely 100% sure will fight to the finish line. Isabel Joska just doing 4.5 knots as she ghosts in towards the what will be a great moment for her when she finishes her first Vendée Globe. Of course, she did complete the solo circumnavigation last time, but Isa had to stop into Salvador de Bahia in Brazil to fix her keel problems, and she sailed in pretty much at the same time as Sam Davis at the end of the last race. But Isabel Josh should complete her Vendée Globe tonight. The sailor was never she was never 100% sure that she wanted to come back after the last time, but she reached a point where she just knew that if she didn't do it, she would always regret it. And so she too will be afforded a great welcome when she comes back in. Not 100% sure what the protocol will be for Isabel. She may still have the time to come in during the night if she wants to. Tide should be up till after just around midnight, I think, or just after midnight. But we know for sure that Jean Le Cam wants to come in the morning, no matter what time he comes in to finish tonight. So hard to predict the ETAs, particularly with an overnight shutdown in the breeze. So predictions have Conrad coming in. Probably say 2 o'clock in the morning, but I suspect it'll be after that. So welcome back from the Vice President of the region, Béranger Soulard, who will present the champagne to Tanguy Le Turquais. I'm pretty sure with his mother and father by the looks of things. Laura Legoff, the CEO of the Vendée Globe, or SAM Vendée. There we go, big hug. For Tanguy, and we all know what happens next. So many people invest all their emotions into the race while it's on, and I think that physical contact just releases them. It's a real feeling that the race is over, their skipper is back safe and sound. Just wanting his team to come and join him. He wants his whole team with him. Well, we knew that was going to happen. It wasn't like it wasn't going anywhere else, was it? Such joyful moments, such joyful times as Tanguy Le Turquais shares his return to Earth after his first Vendée Globe with his team, with his supporters, with his fans, with his friends, with his family. A young team that have invested so much time, energy, passion and effort into their skipper, and all sharing in the same success, same satisfaction. And
Tu vas bien, je suis vraiment content de te voir. Parce que je vois ta photo à chaque fois aux interviews à l'arrivée, je me dis mais quand est-ce que ça sera mon tour?
The finishes when is it going to be my turn? Here I am.
C'est génial, c'est incroyable, je suis hyper heureux. On l'a fait quoi, on l'a fait, c'est...
We made it, we made it.
J'ai pas les mots, c'était trop bien.
I don't have the words. It was incredible. I was in tears 3 months ago. I went, I came back, and I'm still crying. It was incredible. Yeah, well, it's not that I wanted to be. The scenario was perfect. With Benjamin, this race is beautiful because of Benjamin as well. What we did together, it's incredible. We were competing it was
Mais
horrible to be side by side,
c'était une
doing
vraie
side by
régate.
side, but it was
Jusqu'à il y a
incredible. It
24
was
heures
like
avant l'arrivée, j'avais
regatta
pas du tout
mode.
l'impression d'avoir fait le tour du monde. J'avais
24
l'impression
hours
de revenir d'une étape de
before
Figaro
coming
parce que
in,
parce qu'il m'a pas
felt like
lâché.
I was in
Nous,
the
moi, je l'ai
Figaro
pas lâché. Je
mode
sais pas
because
qui
nobody
a tenu l'autre, mais
was giving up,
on s'est pas lâché
and I
pendant
don't
2
know
mois et
who
demi
was
presque. C'était
actually
incroyable, c'était si
winning
intense.
each time, but it
Et
was
franchement, j'ai
so
envie de le remercier.
intense.
J'ai envie d'aller le prendre dans mes bras. J'ai
And
envie de
I
le remercier
want to
pour ça parce
thank
que
you, I
j'ai
want to
pas
hug
fait
him because
juste un tour du monde. On
I
s'est
didn't
tiré la
really
bourre comme
just
des
go
malades.
around
J'ai
the
détruit mon
world.
bateau pour
We
essayer de le
were in
suivre.
regatta
Et
mode. I
ça
was
veut dire
really
quelque chose, quoi.
trying.
Donc,
I almost
ça n'a
broke
pas
my
été facile
boat
tous les
because
jours
I was
dans ma
trying
tête,
to
mais je suis
follow
content
him.
d'être
I
content.
was, it was not
Et
easy every
je suis
day.
content d'être
In my head,
16 minutes
I'm
derrière
so
lui. C'est très
happy.
bien.
I'm so
Voilà.
happy. Only 16 minutes to find him.
Ouais, c'est génial.
Oh,
Ouais,
it's
un
great.
cheval incroyable avec des lumières incroyables. Bon,
Oh, the
Baptiste,
channel,
regardez,
that was
le plus
incredible.
vieux des colocs Lazare en pleurs,
Look,
bah voilà, qu'est-ce que
the
là, la
oldest
plus belle des
colleague is
récompenses.
crying.
Ah mon
This
Baptiste,
is
c'était bien ou
my
pas?
award.
T'as
This is
suivi la
my
carton un
best
peu?
award.
Ouais,
But
voilà,
yeah,
tu veux de plus,
you
qu'est-ce que
follow the tracking.
Ouais, voilà.
Yeah,
Donc voilà,
I've
donc
always had.
c'était
It's so incredible.
et
It's
bah il y a
intense.
eu c'était un tour du monde où j'ai pris beaucoup de plaisir. Tous les
It
jours, il y a
was
eu du plaisir. Mais il y a eu aussi
first on
beaucoup
board.
de difficultés. Je me suis
I
retrouvé
had a great pleasure,
vraiment
but
dos au mur. Et
also a
c'est
lot
ça que
of
je venais chercher,
difficulties.
être complètement dos
I
au mur,
was
à pas
looking
avoir de
for it
solution.
because I was
Et
like,
puis voir comment j'allais
my
réagir. Et je suis
comfort
hyper
zone.
fier
I wanted to see
d'avoir
how I
réussi
was going to
à,
react.
malgré les galères, mais comme les
I'm
40
so
finalement,
proud
toujours
because
pouvoir
I had
rebondir,
many issues, many
avancer, pas
problems,
perdre
but
pied.
I
En fait, là où je
managed
suis
to
très
find a
très fier, c'est que j'ai tout le temps
solution.
resté dans la
And
régate,
I'm
malgré
really
mes
proud
galères.
because
J'ai
I'm
pas à un
always
moment
in the
donné mis la
regatta
cuisine entre
mode. I
parenthèses parce que j'allais péter mon
never
bateau. Et
put
ça, franchement, je suis
the
vraiment très
risk
content. C'est un travail d'équipe parce
to
que si le bateau, j'ai réussi à le
it's
réparer
a
aussi vite, c'est
teamwork
grâce à mon équipe
because
qui
I
avait
was
bien
able
fait
to
le boulot
fix
en
my
amont.
boat every
Donc
time I had a
ouais, c'était génial.
problem.
Franchement, je suis hyper heureux de
And
cette expérience.
my whole team
Je
was
reviens
great.
changer comme
I'm
j'aurais pas espéré.
I'm back, and
Avec
I'm
grand plaisir.
changed, and
Voilà. J'ai besoin de
I'm,
parler
I'm,
là. Là,
I
je peux en
feel like
parler
I
là.
want to talk. I want to talk. Like I have so much to say.
Je sais pas là, il y a.
Viens là, avance.
I don't know.
So Tanguy Le Turquais and Benjamin Ferré reunited on the pontoon. Great mutual respect shared between them. They have sailed so hard, so far, so fast against each other. Tanguy is the one who kept coming back.
Je peux vous dire que pendant 3 mois, j'ai eu tellement envie de le prendre dans mes bras et de lui coller une tarte aussi.
He said the last 3 months have been inseparable.
C'est un grand moment parce que ça devait être la
been a
10e
big
fois que
moment.
je rattrapais Benjamin.
It's
Et
the
je l'entends à
10th
la
time.
chef.
It's the
Ah,
10th
putain,
time he's come.
encore toi. On l'a fait joli, donc ça va,
He
mais
said,
encore toi quoi.
he said,
Et il fait cette super
set him
photo
on the
de moi,
VHF.
en train de revenir sous
That's the
congélateur,
10th
on voit
time.
même pas la coque,
You
parce que,
again.
on sortait de 4 jours de galère dans l'Alizé et vraiment on n'en pouvait plus. Et là ça se calmait enfin et la course basculait vers la dernière ligne droite. Et ouais, cette photo, bah, elle représente quand même pas mal de trucs. Hein.
So it's really just all about getting to the finish line, and it was so close.
Parce que t'es là, parce que toi, parce que nous, quoi. C'était ouf, mais c'était incroyable.
C'est ce qu'il a dit avant que t'arrives.
Mais non, mais en fait, on n'a pas juste été. Tout à l'heure, je discutais avec Clarisse qui me disait, je disais, mais pourquoi t'as voulu en faire un deuxième? Faut être débile. Il me dit, ouais, mais la première fois, en fait, j'avais pas eu ce que je voulais, j'avais pas vraiment fait la régate, j'étais sur le frein. Je dis, ah ouais, bah moi, j'ai pas eu ça. J'ai pas eu ça parce que, enfin, on n'a pas eu ça. On était, mais poigné dans l'angle pendant 3 mois, mais on n'a pas réfléchi une seule seconde. Il a pété toutes ses voiles, tous ses houps, j'ai détruit la structure de mon bateau. Pourquoi?
Just said Benjamin really gave up nothing, gave away nothing over 3 months.
Avec une option, moi, où je pars en butée dans un coin, et quoi, bah j'arrive 16 minutes derrière lui. Et jusqu'à la fin, on s'envoyait des textos. Putain, mec, tu vas croiser devant. Mais non, c'est toi, mais non, c'est toi. Et puis nous, on va arriver devant Alan, a priori, mais.
He said they were texting each other even into the final miles.
Ça a été bon à voir avec Tanguy.
Sud de la Tasmanie.
They've done south of Tasmania.
bord à bord, on est à quoi 10
They
minutes
were side by side in
Les
south
bateaux
of
qu'on est
Tasmania,
sortis
reaching
ensemble.
flat out,
Et,
and they're just saying how
et on a
crazy
peur,
they
on est
each
tous-
other
on a peur,
were.
on s'envoie des textos, je fais ça va, non ça va pas, t'arrives à dormir, mais non t'es ouf, je suis à la barre, je suis en train de flipper. On
He's
avait
just
tellement
saying,
peur,
On sort vivant.
one of us go to sleep, we need to sleep.
On en est sorti vivant, bah moi j'ai détruit toute la structure avant de mon bateau à l'issue de ça.
He's
Bah,
had
toi,
problems
t'as
with his
loupé la
structure,
dorsale. Et on s'est retrouvés et en fait on savait pas que ça allait être
and
si
he got
froid
out
comme
of
ça
the
après.
of
Et en
the
fait,
high pressure rig
bah,
first.
il s'est passé un truc entre nous deux à distance quoi. C'est une relation comment s'appellent les jeunes là qui.
C'est pas épistolaire.
Ouais mais c'est pas épistolaire mais c'est texto.
They're
une
just a
WhatsApp.
remarkable relationship between
Non
the
mais
two of
voilà,
them,
c'était ouf quoi.
Ouais, bravo, merci.
Franchement merci mon Pépino, c'était incroyable.
thanking each
Je-
other.
ouais.
Absolute brothers in arms, really, at the end of the day, so close, and really pushed each other all the way to the finish line. And Tanguy nearly got there. So now then, Alan Roura approaching. Just never losing sight of the successes of Alan, where he's come from, where he is now, and to have done 3 Vendée Globes successively, and to have gone from a budget of next to nothing to be coming in, even finishing 3 Vendée Globes in a row is a success. And Alan belying his roots in the Caribbean, coming in to reggae nights. Jimmy Cliff, reggae nights. As Alan Roura gets his welcome to the red carpet, welcome to the pontoon dinner, the Vendée Globe pontoon. I think if anything, Alan's race marred by strategic choices that didn't work out for him. Got left behind in the east on the initial descent of the Atlantic. Came back at Cape Verde, and he was actually third on the water. And then that option went really bad for him, and he was way down in 33rd. Reunited with his little daughter Billy, and his little son, who's less than a year old, I think, probably just is called Marley. Swiss cow horns. We love it. Nobody else is in a welcome like that. Big smiles then from Alan Roura. Again, he's pushed super hard. He was really trying all he could to catch up with Damien Sagan. He was less than 20 miles behind coming into last night. And who would have thought he'd lose a couple of boats in the last few miles, but a happy man nonetheless.
Je suis rentré, tu vois. Pas besoin de s'inquiéter, hein, tu vois. Hein? J'arrose le bateau et j'arrive, hein. Ah mon vieux. J'arrose le bateau un coup et...
Tu m'en regardes un peu. Attention, t'as ton fils là.
Faut le baptiser. Là t'es en train de te dire... Non, pas dans l'eau, pas dans l'eau, pas dans l'eau.
Oh, lovely. Fantastic. Great moment for Alan Roura. Well deserved. Such a humble, down-to-earth guy. Loves being offshore ocean racing.
Sur le ponton là, c'est ça, non?
T'écoutes la dame qui est où, centre pour faire des interviews.
C'est ça?
Oui, on va faire une photo d'équipe.
So Alan will take his first steps onto land or onto the pontoon.
Une photo?
To his,
Qu'il fasse une interview.
Vous me dites.
Maman m'a dit qu'il fallait faire une interview.
anyway,
Bonsoir.
so there we go. Good evening.
Qu'est-ce qui te traverse là en ce moment-là?
Eh ben, ça fait du bien de revenir après 2020 avec un
Well,
cheval,
it's
avec du monde, des
awesome
gens qui sont là pour
to
fêter l'arrivée
be
du
back
bateau.
with people to like
C'était
celebrate
un
our
Vendée Globe de
coming
malade.
in. It was a crazy Vendée Globe. It was very intense up to now.
Je suis content d'amarrer le bateau, je suis content.
Really happy to be here, to
parce
be
que c'est pas anodin.
back at the pontoon. It's not
Et on a tous beaucoup mérité
nothing.
de le faire.
We were very we got a.
Et ouais, que dire.
We're very proud of doing this. It's a crazy story. I think
Rapide, c'est pas le mot. Mais je suis un
I was
aspirateur
not
molle.
very
Donc dès qu'il y en a
fast.
une, je me colle dedans. Mais
I'm always in the
84
lows
jours, chaque fois,
for me, but every
chaque
time,
Vendée, je gagne 10 jours.
every Vendée, I win 10 days.
On verra du coup dans 4 ans. Mais...
So we'll see in 4 years.
C'était rapide, c'était intense. On a eu
It was really intense, very fast.
parce qu'on a
Conditions were very
beaucoup de phases de
special.
transition.
It was a lot of
C'est une
transitions.
très complexe et
The
ça fait les
weather,
lessives constamment
other
et les lessives
systems
c'est
were
jamais cassé.
very
Et
different.
en fait tu te refais,
And
et tu te dis à un moment
elastic,
donné c'est bon je prends le lead et je vais me barrer et en
like
fait
back
il
on,
y
you're
a un
like
mur devant
a
toi
leader,
avec
and then there's a wall in front of you, and everybody is catching up,
du coup ça
and then
demande
you
une
do it
énergie folle.
again,
Et là
and you need a
franchement,
lot of energy.
les 5 derniers jours là depuis les
Probably
Açores, ce qu'on a
5
vécu à
last
l'équipe
days
avec
since
ceux qui
the
arrivent,
stores, well,
mais
like
les débiles.
this
Ça a été-
punch,
on
it
a
was
tous enlevé nos
crazy.
cerveaux et on a bourriné
We
comme on a
took
pu.
we switched off our
c'était génial.
trains, and it was great because
Peu importe les bateaux, on les a poussés au maximum de ce qu'on pouvait.
no matter
Je
the
pense qu'on s'est
boats,
vraiment
we were
régalé. Au
really
final, peu importe
pushing
le
our
résultat
boats.
ici, on a pris
Funny,
beaucoup de plaisir.
the result doesn't matter. We
Et moi, j'ai
really had
besoin
a
de
lot of
reprendre du
pleasure.
plaisir, j'ai besoin de reprendre confiance en moi
I
après
need
2020.
to trust
Et
myself again after
j'ai un super bateau.
2020. I have a
Très fier.
great boat. I'm very
D'une
proud
très
of
belle
my
équipe.
boat.
Et je me
Have
suis fait
a
mon
great
troisième
team,
Vendée Globe, donc c'est cool.
and this is my third Vendée Globe, so it's really awesome.
Et je pue le champagne.
And I smell like champagne. Hello. Hello.
J'ai une réclamation à faire.
Yeah, I have something to tell you.
Merci d'être revenu.
Thank you for being back here with us. Congratulations. It was now I'm going to go the other way around. We'll leave it open. It was a great Vendée Globe. It was incredible, this race.
Jamais simple.
Ouais,
mais tu finis à chaque fois.
ouais.
Oui, c'est bien.
Non, c'était cool.
It's great. It was cool.
C'est un beau.
We had a lot of fun.
C'est pas simple.
Non, non. Il y a du match. Quoi.
It was not very simple.
Il y a eu plein de matchs et tout le monde était très très bon.
There was like a lot of different groups, different matches. Everybody was really good.
C'est ce qu'on a vu. C'est cool. Parce que même avec des bateaux
It's
abîmés,
like-
tout le monde tirait dedans.
Everybody was pushing their boats. It was a match inside the match, and the boat were good. The boat actually they didn't really break. It's not just going fast.
C'est rodé, hein.
C'était pas très sympa de ce grand championnat de 4 ans, mais au moins.
Non, c'est cool. C'est cool. Écoute, non, c'est bien. Je suis content.
Bah écoute.
No, I'm really happy.
On verra pour le classement, mais.
Us too. Not about the rankings, but oh well, it's great anyway.
Un troisième.
Ouais. Bah ouais, c'est ça.
Third one.
À 31. Trop jeune pour
Yeah.
faire Vendée Globe.
Même si à chaque fois je gagne 10 jours, donc du coup.
Every time I win 10 days, so I'm 10 days ahead. So
Se calmer, hein.
Il va se calmer à un moment donné.
well, we're gonna count down.
Bon bah super.
Non, c'est cool.
Right?
Content d'être là quand même.
Ouais, c'est
Yeah, you're happy to be here. Yeah. Yeah, I had a hard day, tough day.
That's Alan Roura then with our race director Hubert Lemonnier, just talking about the race and Alan's race, and Alan just saying how happy he is to be finished. Jacques Carres, our race assistant race director. Claire, other assistant race director. Jacques was the race director on the last race.
Il est où notre petit Suisse?
On était là sur l'autre quand on arrivait. Oui, j'étais dans la cabine.
Je sais pas où je vais.
Tu vas tout droit. Il est là-bas.
Allez-y les gars, allez-y.
So there we go, a big hug for
Comment Mini à la
Alan
flotte,
Roura, Benjamin Ferré, and Benjamin.
Quel côté bon
Benjamin Dutreux.
on va leur raconter. C'est poussé à l'eau là. Non mais non, fais pas le bâtard. Non. Putain les gars, j'ai un petit complexe de barbe là en revanche.
He's getting a bit of a complex because he's got no beard.
Oh là là, écoute c'est pas grave. Écoute, c'est pas. Hein, en même temps j'ai été embuté. Enfin tu vois. Non mais hier soir on
Just
doit avec.
Almost apologizing for passing
on
him.
dirait on fait. Le mec mais. Puis après il me dit. Comme un figariste le mec. Hein. Non mais le
It's
soir
that
il a
is the
tenté un truc
figure.
à la con et là ce matin. Devant la Belgique ce coup là. Ça c'est un bord classique, retour solo maître coq. Tu reviens des bières vidéo, tu le sais qu'il faut arriver par
Oui,
là.
mais à la métrocoque, ton truc il dure 2 jours.
Oui,
T'arrives comme ça.
Là,
Là, on s'est fait 84 jours et on arrive à une demi-heure à 3 bateaux, quoi. Laisse tomber la pression.
C'était
génial.
C'était incroyable, merci à toi.
Et de l'extérieur, les gars, je peux me permettre, c'était incroyable aussi.
C'était très cool. C'était vraiment très très cool.
Ah, vraiment, c'était ouf.
Bah, cela dit, toi c'était très cool aussi.
C'était ouf.
Après, je te trouve un chouïa proche de ma femme en revanche.
Bah, c'est que, comme elle dit,
Elle aime bien la barbe.
Benjamin, alors,
Ouais, elle s'est trompée de Benjamin, exactement. Mais j'étais un peu bon. Non, c'était vraiment une course de malade. Je suis désolé, moi, là, c'est pas grave. Je déteste pas, vraiment. C'est pas grave. Tu sais qu'il y a Alexis, le gars de ton équipe, il m'envoie un texto. Il me
Pour
dit,
combien tu le laisses passer?
non, 5 minutes avant le franchissement de la ligne, il me dit si tu restes derrière, Alan te file sa montre. Je dis, ah Franchement, je me suis posé la question parce que j'ai un. Je dois rembourser quelques trucs.
Alex!
Just joking, saying that.
Non, c'est de bonne guerre.
Il en manque
En
un.
vrai.
Text from one
Mais ouais,
again, Alex. Alex, good to see you. Good to see you behind. And a big hug
Et l'apéro,
from
hein.
Benjamin Ferré.
Vous me devez l'apéro, les gars.
Ah, mais c'est lui qui doit l'apéro. Hein.
On va se faire une bambou.
Alors juste pour que vous sachiez, Pépin, ça fait, combien ça fait 84 jours qu'on est parti. Ça fait 83 jours qu'il me parle de fumer des clopes.
Alors j'ai dit faire la fête.
À chaque fois qu'on croisait une île, c'était bon. On dit à personne, on s'arrête.
Non mais les Açores.
Non, mais
Les gars,
on
les
s'arrête.
Açores, il y a le bar, on y va. De toute façon, il y a une molle, ça sert à rien de continuer.
Say that every time you went past an island, nobody stopped or kept.
On passe devant. Mais non, mais toutes les îles. Ouais, on s'arrête là. On se faire une petite tête. 24 heures, on dit rien à personne. Bravo, mon vieux.
Benjamin Ferré just say, or Tanguy saying that every time Benjamin Ferré went past an island, he would say, "Come on, let's stop, let's do the islands like." And what a great day for the Vendée Globe, and a great, pretty wonderful
Je peux vous dire
skippers
que Gabar le
finishing
en
it.
2016, à côté de ce qu'on a fait, c'est du pipi de chat, du pipi de chat, quoi. Nous, c'est quoi l'arrivée 16 et 30 minutes. Non, mais.
Exactly.
Franchement, j'ai pris x10 sur des solitaires du Figaro des fois.
C'est vrai.
C'est vrai. C'est vrai. Hein.
Non, mais j'ai cru que j'avais fait un arrêt cardiaque ce matin. Et toi, t'as dû en faire un aussi.
Non mais les mecs, on vire, là il y a une ado.
Si la grand-mère de là-bas elle ouvrait sa fenêtre, il passait. Ah, mais s'il n'y avait pas eu un casier au milieu de la piste dans les bières vidéo, dans les.
Aux barges.
And he went to everybody on it.
En fait, je suis devant, alors il y a un truc, un problème.
Yeah, exactly. Alan saying if it had been the storm line, it would have been okay. In the offshore line.
J'ai demandé, j'ai dit, est-ce qu'on peut activer la ligne pétrole?
Les gars, moi j'ai essayé de faire sauter la ligne tempête, ok? T'as fini à La Rochelle. Ils m'ont envoyé à La Rochelle, j'ai demandé, j'ai appelé, on fait sauter à une tempête? Non, tu vas à La Rochelle, tu fais pas chier.
So Benjamin Dutra saying joking about the storm line.
Quel finish. Et tu vois finalement,
What a
quand t'as été
finish.
suicidé là, dans l'Est, en Atlantique Sud là. Mais ça aurait. Bah, t'es parti te suicider quand même avec Jean. Atlantique Sud. Ouais. T'es parti te suicider là. Ouais. Il a remis 1000.
Talking about the South Atlantic and how in particular Alan went offshore there to the east.
Ah oui, quoi qu'il arrive, on
Quoi
arrive.
qu'il arrive. Ça, c'est pas con ça. Toute ma stratégie.
It's
c'est
just
basée
lovely to hear them chatting like they've just finished a day race or short offshore. You'd hardly believe they just finished the Vendée Globe within 30, 35 minutes of each other.
Il a pas pété. Par contre, on a eu Jean. On a eu Jean le cam. C'est une petite fierté. C'est petit.
They're just saying at least they beat John Le Cam.
Ah, c'est cool.
Oh là là.
But overall, they're all happy.
Nous, c'est bon, on a fini le.
Par contre, apéro, les gars, vous me payez apéro d'abord.
The GT are buying the drinks.
Moi, tu nous parles d'apéro.
On y va pour rester là, on récupère à la nef, on a photo. Et déjà ce midi, il leur a dit que l'apéro.
Just following the little protocols to make sure the photos get taken and So the skippers will make their way up onto the stage, the public stage. Not sure whether they're going to go together or one by one. But for sure, there's talk of drink being taken, and I can imagine the three of them will enjoy each other's company into the evening. But it's official photographs for the Hublot team, for Alan Roura's team. It's little Billy and Marley coming into the photo with Alan's wife Aurelia, who's there, who's the comms director. Not quite sure that Billy knows what's going on, but very proud of our dad nonetheless.
Est-ce qu'on peut des quilles ou pas?
L'animation. C'est l'animation. On a bien aimé la trop présent. On était bien. Hip hip hip!
A huge crowd for Alan Roura from his team. He said he's had certainly less technical problems this time. His last race was really beset with one problem after the other. This time his boat's been pretty reliable. One or two minor problems, but really he's been a little bit out of phase with the big weather systems. Always trying to catch up with the faster boats, not quite making it.
C'est Benjamin Ferré en première.
La queue le.
Oui, mais je t'envoie un texto. Devant moi, comme ça sera.
Devant toi, ça fait 1 000 devant toi.
Je sais, j'ai vu.
Alan arrive, les gars, on va pas tarder à y aller.
Ah bah oui.
Super, Alan, tu viens venir avec moi? Allez,
Go, on avance, on part du bateau Hublot et on avance vers la passerelle.
Just sorting out who goes where and what order.
s'il vous plaît, on avance vers la passerelle maintenant.
Merci.
Allez.
Là, c'est dur ton job. Hein. Il est très dur ton job. Parce que...
Plutôt opérant là, je trouve. Allez, collez-toi. Ouais.
So Tanguy takes the lead. Benjamin Ferré behind.
On fait dans l'ordre d'arrivée.
In the order of finishing, according to Vanessa.
Ah, ça va, mec? Merci.
Trying to stick to our schedule, get Benjamin to the stage.
Pascal de droite.
And so being welcomed by the public in the next few seconds, and his theme tune, Say in Slow Joe from Murray Head. Now then. Next in order of finishing then, Tanguy Le Turquais, Lazare skipper. Comes up the down flat, really on to dry land. We've been on the pontoon up to now.
Salut, je monte, hein, c'est ça?
So there we go, a little bit of a special surprise.
Pour Benjamin Ferré.
Special surprise for Benjamin Ferré, your actual Murray Head.
En musique,
So this Murray Head who sang the original Say in St. Joe is here for Benjamin Ferré in person. It's going to be serenaded by Murray Head himself. Tunguy's on the stage as well, and Alan Roura is coming as well.
18. Oh
On va vous le tenir. Et regardez cette image, c'est ça, on s'adapte.
So there we go.
Je peux pas, je suis trop émoué. Hello.
So there we go. What a great surprise for Benjamin Ferré, and indeed for all the skippers. Reunited on the public stage. So
I'm sure the telling us last Joe, please tell us it ain't so. They told us that our hero.
So the quick background was this is Benjamin Ferry's song which he was singing on board during the race, Murray Head. So I sent him a video of him singing it, and here we go. What a lovely way to welcome Benjamin Ferré, Alan Roura, and indeed Tanguy Le Turquais. That's all we have for our broadcast this evening. We will have Sean LeCam in the morning. Isabel Joss, we're not quite sure whether she's going to come in tonight or we'll wait for the morning. And Conrad Coleman, every skipper gets welcome into Les Sables alone. And this has been special, special evening, special day. Thank you so much for joining us, and do join us again tomorrow for the next series of live channels for this amazing 10th edition of the Vendée Globe. Only just getting halfway through the fleet with Sean LeCam, who will come in 20th place tonight. Le Roi Sean LeCam.